What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about why I'm getting Scorn, and you should too. This is my preview series where I take a look at an upcoming game and talk about where I stand with it. Am I getting it, not getting it, somewhere in the middle? And Scorn, well, it's a pretty easy one for certain reasons, and then it's also just a very, very weird game. I think, as people have probably seen from this game or seen from like previews, this really is taking like the grotesque kind of vibe and turning it up to 11. I don't really know if we've ever seen a game like Scorn, at least on like the stage, right? The scale that we're seeing from it. And it's not going to be that long of a game, right? I think they said 6 to 8 hours, and that's the developers saying 6 to 8 hours. Normally, you cut that back a little bit because developers kind of overinflate it. So I'd imagine this game is like a 5-6 hour game. And that's not bad. Honestly, to me, that's exactly what I think a game like this should be for the release date, because it comes out the 21st of October, right? Same day as Gotham Knights, same day as New Tales from the Borderlands, a couple days after A Plague Tale. I mean, there's a lot of games in that range. The week after is Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty. I mean, there's just a lot of things going on. So a game that's literally like off the charts wild, that Scorn is, being a 5-6 hour game is not bad, in my opinion. Now, of course, there's the price, but the thing is, right, it's on Game Pass. So you get on Game Pass, it's free. That's nice. If you get it full price, it's $40, and there is a sale right now. I think at least it's on Steam. It could be other places as well. You get it 10% off, so you can get it for $36 instead of $40, and that offer ends the day the game comes out. So you have time. So, it's up to you for sure. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, and you have to justify or not justify it to yourself. Is $40, if you buy a full price, is $40 worth 5 to 6 hours? Is free worth 5 to 6 hours? That one I think is pretty easy. That one is, yes, this game is worth it. And to me, really the main two components of why I'm getting this game day one and why I do plan to play it kind of like immediately at that time is because it is free and because it is pretty short. And I think that kind of package deal, and I guess third reason, this game, I don't really know if I've ever seen a game quite like this. So the game itself, I really don't even know. Can we read? Let's read the description, because this is probably the best place to do it. Scorn is an atmospheric first-person horror adventure game set in a nightmarish universe of odd forms and somber tapestry. It is designed around the idea of being thrown into the world, isolated and lost inside this dreamlike world. You will explore different interconnected regions in a non-linear fashion. Every location contains its own theme, story, characters, puzzles that are integral in creating a cohesive world. There's like a rating description, of course, like there is in all, but there's imagery that some players may find disturbing. And yeah, I feel like this game is going to disturb a lot of people. To be honest with you, if you're not getting the game simply because what you've seen so far looks like too disgusting or just out there, I don't blame people at all. The game is definitely crazy. I don't even know if I'll be able, I don't really care. Gore or that kind of grotesque stuff, I'm honestly not really into it at all. Even when it comes to like horror movies, I don't know, more like Scream. I mean, Scream is my favorite horror movie and horror franchise of all time. I'm more into that than, say, like the more grotesque stuff that kind of takes it to an 11. But I mean, I respect that stuff. That stuff exists for a reason. People like that stuff for a reason, or people just like it in general. And I have nothing against that. And again, I think being pretty short, 5-6 hours, it's not going to be, it's not like a 15-hour gore event. I think it'll hold up, hopefully, rather well. I mean, we've had previews for this game. People have kind of got their hands on it. I think they've played the first couple hours. So maybe they've played they could have played like 20-30% of the game already, to be honest with you. But the previews are pretty good. The previews kind of echo it. It's weird. It's odd. It is kind of disgusting in a way, but people are weirdly intrigued. I think that's even what like Skill Up said, right? He's like, I don't know what the F Scorn is, but like I'm into it. I'm into whatever it's supposed to be, and I think that's going to be the general feel. I don't know. I don't know if this moves the needle in anything in gaming other than just these weird games that maybe oddly enough become successful. So we'll see how it goes. But this has been a game. This is a game that's been out there, that coming out for a long time. If you remember, one kind of small tidbit, this game was actually supposed to release last fall. It was delayed a full year. Now, I don't know if that was because of massive issues with the game, or one of those examples where like they announced the window and they weren't even close to that, right? Like Lego Star Wars had that happen where they, said 2020 or whatever it was, and the employees inside the studio were like, there's no way in hell that we're going to be able to make that. Maybe that was something like Scorn, where they said it was supposed to be last fall and everybody kind of knew there's no way that was going to happen, but the game was delayed an entire year. So we'll see if that year, helps the game out, but it definitely looks fascinating, and I'm ready to play it. We'll see. We'll see if I make it all the way through. I imagine I will, but it's definitely not going to be a game for everybody, and I get that. I think, honestly, it's a good Game Pass game, right? Because it's a game that it's not going to work for everybody. It's short. 5-6 hours may not justify $40 to some people. 5-6 hours of a game that looks like this for $40 may not justify it, but a game that looks like this that's 5 hours long, that's free, well, you get in, you play it, you don't lose anything, right? Except for time, I guess, if you don't like it. It seems like a pretty good Game Pass game, in my opinion. And again, that's one of the primary reasons I'm getting it, and that's one of the primary reasons Game Pass exists in the first place. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. I will be covering this game. We'll see if I can do a review or something like that on the channel, and we'll go from there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.